because I equal fun.
Cart Media.
Here we are in Cartagena, Colombia, and this is one of my favorite travel stories of all time about a disaster day trip that turned out to be one of the most memorable trips of my life. So I was running a tour for 6 people in Cartagena, and one day we decided to go out to Las Islas del Rosario, the archipelago about an hour off the coast of Cartagena in the beautiful turquoise Caribbean waters of Colombia. Many beautiful islands, beautiful beaches. Perfect day trip, you can't get better than this. Unfortunately, we got at it a little too late and a lot of the islands were already at capacity. So we only had about 3 different beaches to choose from out of 30 possibilities. So we pretty much shot a dart and chose La Playita on Isla Grande. So we jumped on a boat with about 30 other people and we head out to sea to our islands. The boat ride took about an hour, and we dropped off 6 different groups of people at different beaches on different islands, and every beach was absolutely gorgeous. We were getting super excited about getting to La Playita. So as we approached La Playita, our faces dropped because we knew at that moment that we had been had. This was not the beach from the promotion. The beach was very small with plastic chairs out front. There was a dilapidated structure. The grooming of the whole place was non-existent. There's only a couple of plastic tables and chairs with some lounge chairs. You couldn't really even enjoy the water because of the razor-sharp coral unless you had water shoes or you're very tolerant. You were not going in the water. So everyone was kind of bummed, and I got it. There was no bar, restaurant, music, nothing. But I made the best of it, as I always do. Hung out in the water for a little bit, and then I decided to go explore. So I decided to take a walk and walked up this staircase and was greeted by this giant mansion. It was an abandoned mansion. And as far as the eye could see, all you saw was this white, giant mansion. And I was stunned. The islander that was cooking us lunch earlier had come up because he saw me and told me that this is Pablo Escobar's abandoned mansion. And he abandoned it in 1986, and it's been like this ever since. I was stunned, jaw dropped, because I love everything Pablo Escobar and all those kinds of movies. And I'm actually in Pablo Escobar's abandoned mansion. This was absolutely wild. You had white tile floor, wall to wall, about 30-40 rooms, 3 stories, pool out front. They had a helipad for a helicopter. And I was just imagining what this must have looked like in the 80s. It had to be absolutely gorgeous. And sky's the limit on what went down out here as well. When I was riding out in the boat, I realized that this is pretty far out. And 40 years ago, there's probably absolutely nothing out here. So he had a mansion on an island all to himself to do whatever he wanted. Wow. This was an amazing find. I'm glad I chose La Playita. It went from a disaster to being one of the most memorable trips of my life. And goes to show you just never know what's lying right under your nose. What an awesome find. So that's a wrap on finding Pablo Escobar's abandoned mansion in Cartagena, Colombia. You can't get a better day than this. Step out of the ordinary, subscribe to Cart Media. Let's go on tour. I have many more stories. I shall see you soon. Ciao. Psh.